Welcome to Art Talk. Every month, Julie Schumer and I review what's gone on in our art businesses over the past month. And we also talk about what we're planning going forward. So, Julie, how was your art fair this month?
Oh, it was fantastic. It was incredibly well attended. I've never seen so many people at an art event in my life ever. We
Wow,
made a lot of contacts, met a lot of interesting people who love art and loved our art in particular. Had a couple of sales.
nice.
We also won a director's award for booth curation, quality of art, and overall presentation of both us and
Wow,
the booth, which was great.
congratulations.
Thank you. That
Oh
was
my
nice.
gosh.
We had a blast in Wynwood, Miami. That was fun also because we haven't been out of Santa Fe for a while. So it was like two kids in the candy store, South Florida. It was great. And we also physically stood up to it, and we're not like super young anymore. So that was kind of a great thing. We know we can continue to do these events going forward. So I think all in all, but the most important thing, the big takeaway from this event was that we discovered our work resonated with an audience before whom it has never really been in any quantity before. So the trick going forward is going to be, how do we get ourselves in front of those people on a sustained basis, and we'll have to figure that out. That's one of the number one things on my planning list for 2024, with
Right.
this armed with this new knowledge that we have about our work. And it was really great to discover that, I think.
That's incredible. So you got a whole new audience. Now, how long was the show?
The show was, I think, 4 hours on like Wednesday from like 5 to 9, and
Yeah.
then all day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
Oh,
with a takedown on Sunday. And,
wow. That's
we had
long.
like 17 paintings hung up, I think. And so, but we managed to get out of that building in an hour and a half, which was great. We had no help. We did it ourselves. Somebody else
Fantastic.
hung it for us, but
Yeah.
it's 8 hours a day, basically, of standing tall at your booth, like, which is not so easy
No,
after
that it's
fourth day,
long.
it's
Yeah.
long,
Yeah,
but
that's a long show.
it's a long show,
Yeah.
but well worth attending, well worth participating, if you can afford it, because it is super expensive. That's the downside of this whole thing. But
Right.
anyway, we'll see what we can manage coming forward. And as I say, that's my number one planning item on the list for 2024, along with, being more experimental in my work, I think. Those are the two
Hmm.
big things for me.
Oh, that's great. So
Yeah,
you're trying to reconnect with that same audience.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's
Well,
going to be a question of what's the most cost-effective way to do that. Because we
hmm.
can't be running to these art fairs, every few months or every whatever it is. It's
Right.
not economically sustainable.
Right. Right. Well, when you're mentioning, what you're planning for next year, this is, kind of the week where I take time to review my current year. How many paintings did I paint? What did I sell? What
Right.
sizes? Where did I sell them? Really reviewing the nitty gritty of my art business. How much did I spend on supplies? How much blue paint did I blow through or whatever?
Right.
Really understanding where my time, effort, and finances went in my business and what was the yield from those efforts. And based on all of that, that goes into how I plan the next year. What do I want to focus on in my work versus how are my relationships going with my galleries? Which shows are yielding the most sales?
Right.
What should I be focusing on? And so, if you're not an artist who has ever reviewed your year, you need to start immediately because
Right.
that information is the only information that's really critical to know as far as going into planning what you're going to do next, because if you don't know where you've been and how you've done, there's no way to know how to move forward in a business manner. You're just not going to have the information you need.
And to
So
be wasting your time, basically, in the succeeding year.
Yeah, you don't just want to start throwing darts wherever. You want to have a focused plan and have a clue what your next best step should be. So that's all the kinds of things that we talk about in our Business of Art membership. But we also have kind of a ritual, Julie and I, for starting out every year now, and that is our Boldly Abstract Challenge. We have an online workshop called Boldly Abstract. And in January of each year, we do a sampler course, a 5 day challenge where we give artists a painting challenge every day. And it's super fun, it's free. We'd love for you guys to join. If you haven't already, you can go to our website, artsmartworkshops.net, and we'll put it below this video, the link, so you'll know where to find us. And it's a way to kind of jumpstart your year in a bold, confident way.
Exactly. And we have a lot of people who do it every year. They just love it so much. So we've got some new things in store for you this year, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you next week. It's the 1st through the 5th of January.